little fun segment we like to call Cover the Bases. All right, first base, run line or money line? Go ahead, Steve.
We're going to start with the Padres at -1.5 at even money against the Arizona Diamondbacks. For whatever reason, this club cannot figure out Blake Snell. There are 29 other teams that have figured out Blake Snell, but the Arizona Diamondbacks cannot. He has a 1.08 ERA against this team, which is backed up by a 1.96 FIP. He has dominated this team in 3 starts already. On top of that, a team that doesn't strike out a lot, the Arizona Diamondbacks against lefties, Snell has a 14.6 K9 about that team. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's just put that little nugget to the side. Admittedly, the Padres are not a great team on the run line. They haven't been good in this scenario all season long. They've only covered 44% of the time. This Diamondbacks team does not bring much of a threat to the Padres. They should be able to cover that -1.5, and you'll double your money in the process.
Ooh, Friar, how are we feeling about that? What do you got?
I don't like agreeing with Steve as general rule, but I think that is a good pick. But that's not where I'm going to go tonight. I feel weird about this one in that I'm going against Walker Buehler, but at the same time, I still feel like it's the right move. I'm going to go with the Braves money line tonight as the underdogs with Charlie Morton on the mound. This is a lineup that just hasn't done anything against Morton in the past. I mean, you look at Mookie Betts and his numbers against him, and the only guy that's taken him deep is Justin Turner. So I know you can make a case that somebody's going to be due. Maybe they go and take him deep. Sure, that could happen. But this is the Dodgers lineup that's not hitting right-handed pitching well at all recently. And then when you look at the bullpens, both of them are pretty strong. But if there's one that's kind of due to regress, it's definitely the Dodgers when you're looking at their ERA and FIP differences. So yeah, I know it's weird going up against Buehler, but this is a guy who is not, as much as he's Cy Young candidate and everything, he's not unbeatable. I think it's the Marlins. We saw him beat him not too long ago. So it can happen. And with this Braves lineup, I feel comfortable backing them with Morton on the mound.
Garion, run line or money line you like tonight?
I'm going to go with a money line bet. I'm going to take the Tigers on the money line at +100, a little home dog action. Basically, if you've been betting the Tigers on the money line at home since the middle of May, you're probably a millionaire, so you might not even be watching this show. That's how good the Tigers have been at covering at home. They are 8-3 in their last 11 home games against specifically left-handed pitchers as well. This lineup sets up really well against southpaws, and Cole Irvin, one of those guys with decent surface stats, but horrendous underlying statistics. His last 7 starts, 5.64 xFIP. He's not striking out anyone. Just 3 strikeouts total his last 3 starts. So I think the Tigers are able to do some damage. I also think Skubal is really one of the better pitchers in the American League. At least he has been the last 3 months. He's been fantastic in August, 1.59 ERA. So I think a lot of things point towards the Tigers tonight, and the fact they're +100 is great.
As we continue to cover the bases, we will now go from first base to second base. And Mr. Friar, game total. Yeah, I know. It's crazy how baseball works.
Weird how that works. Yeah, normally I go with a specific team total, but I actually do have a game total that I like quite a bit today, and that's the White Sox Pirates going under 9 runs. Lucas Giolito going up against the Pirates, and Bryce Wilson, of course, going for the Pirates. First on Giolito, when you look at the Pirates, I mean, they're just – that should be fairly easy. You should shut them down 6-7 innings, you would think. They have not hit right-handed pitching well at all this season, bottom of the barrel in OPS, ISO, WOBA. They recently, too, have not been hitting well. I think they have the worst OPS versus right-handed pitching over the last couple of weeks. And then I know the White Sox do hit righties well, but there's a lot of wiggle room for them to do well because I think Giolito will have that much success against the Pirates tonight. Even still, Bryce Wilson, he's been better since he went to Pittsburgh. I'm not going to go and make a case like you should have him in your DFS lineup or anything like that tonight. But he did do well against the Reds earlier in the month when the Reds were on a tear. He's only had 1 hiccup, and it was the second time he saw the Brewers in short time. So since he joined the Pirates. So, yeah, I feel comfortable with this going under 9 tonight.
Steve, I heard you make some kind of noise when Nick started giving his answer. Was that approval or disgust?
I mean, I just knew he was going to ramble, so that's more of the acknowledgement. Like, here comes a rambling answer.
Rambling. I'm the one rambling today. Okay. Interesting. All right.
Today, Nick, always. Always a rambler. Let's talk about the game total, a game total that we like tonight. It's the over the Blue Jays and Orioles game. Let me let you in on something. The Orioles are trying to lose. They're trying to lose every single night. I've actually come up with an idea. I just might bet the over on the team total of whoever they're facing for every game in the month of September. And then come October, I won't be working here anymore because I am just flushed with cash, because that's how it's going to end up going. But look,
great.
this game should go over. Shut up. This game should go over that total easily tonight. 3.5 run total for the, team total for the Orioles. That should be an over. Going up against a lefty, they're great against lefties, so always take the over, especially when it's a run total like that. The Toronto Blue Jays, Bo Bichette starting to come around. Some of these bats starting to come around. Corey Dickerson, one of the best acquisitions during the trade deadline, in my opinion, before the trade deadline, but love what he's doing over there too. The biggest thing for me here, the Orioles bullpen has been absolutely horrific in the month of August. 5.97 FIP, 1.9 home run per 9 inning, and a 4.9 walks per 9 inning in the league. Those are either second or first or second worst in the league for the entire month. So even if for whatever reason they can't get Keegan Aiken, which, believe me, everybody can get to Keegan Aiken, they'll get to that bullpen. This should go over tonight. Not even a question. No problem.
Ooh, Garion, game total, please.
Yeah, I'll be quick because I have the same answer as Steve. I was shocked this game wasn't double digits, 10.5, maybe even 11.
Correct.
And it's not worth getting into the Jays against Keegan Aiken. That's pretty obvious, especially with George Springer back at the top of that lineup. But Hyunjin Ryu has not been good lately. He's got a 7.84 ERA across his past 4 starts. He's got an ERA over 5 if you go back to the beginning of June. So if he's the reason this number is below 10, which you'd have to think he is, I really can't justify this because, as Steve mentioned, the Orioles crush left-handed pitchers. So I think this game goes way over 9.5 runs.
All right, guys, we still have a couple more to get to. So slates, producer slates, not me. I could do this all day. He would like you to pick up the pace a little bit. Garion, third base, player prop.
Let's go back to that Blue Jays game. Teoscar Hernandez, the highest qualified WOBA and WRC plus against left-handed pitching in the American League so far this season. I think he goes over 1.5 total bases at -120. Quick and easy. Just take the over on Teoscar.
Bukes.
No, it's really upsetting because Kenny can't shut up that we have to hurry up. But whatever, that's fine. We'll keep going. Over 7.5 strikeouts for Blake Snell tonight at plus money, plus 110. In the 3 starts that he's made against the Diamondbacks, he's gone over this total in 2 of those 3 games, 13, 8, and 6. So he was just at that total in the one that he hit the under in that one. What makes this all more impressive is that the Diamondbacks only have a 21.3% K percentage against lefties. That's one of the lowest in the league. But for whatever reason, Snell makes them strike out. Take the over tonight.
Friar.
I'm going to take the over on Matt Moore giving up a home run tonight against the Nationals. He's seen them twice.
Real bold.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Anyways, we're having a time issue here, so I'd appreciate if you could shut up for 2 seconds, okay? Since July 9th, he's seen them twice, given up 3 home runs in that stretch. He gives up his fair share of fly balls, and he's gotten roughed up in his last couple starts. So I'm going to go with Matt Moore giving up at least 1 home run tonight.
Home plate. Favorite DK odds boost. I need to know, Steven.
I mean, if this was like Nick picking, he'd be like, oh, there'll be a hit in all of Major League Baseball tonight because that's how obvious his answers are. Just give me Vlad Guerrero to hit a home run. I mean, please, everybody's going to be hitting home run on the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. If there was an odds boost that involves a Toronto Blue Jays player, you take it. So I'll take Vlad to hit a home run tonight.
Gare Bear.
Yeah, I don't really like the Chris Bryant one too much. I don't really like the Red Sox on the road, especially against Tampa, too much. So I think you just have to take Vlad, plus 270 to hit a home run.
And Nick, bring us home, please.
Vlad's the way to go. He's taking Keegan Aiken twice in taking him deep twice in limited opportunities, and the Orioles give up a ton of home runs. Their relievers do. So yeah, definitely that one.